Hello folks, some of you may recognise where I am today. I'm in Estravelta, so the weather's not the best at the moment. We're currently experiencing Storm Isha. It was pretty bad last night, strong winds, heavy rain. We had a power cut in the village, no water, but it's eased off a bit today and it's meant to pick back up tomorrow morning and take a turn for the worst. So what I'm doing now, I'm heading to a location where I can maybe find a bit of protection from the wind, a bit of shelter, just in case it does turn bad tonight. Putting the tent up in these winds was fun. I had a bit of a disaster actually. I just put the poles for the tent and a strong gust of wind came and blew the tent into those rocks and it's torn the side of the tent. So luckily I always carry a tent repair kit. I've done a quick fix for now, bit of transparent tape over the tear. It'll do for now until I can do a proper fix when I get back home. Never mind, I've had worse disasters. So I'm going to finish getting organised now and I'll catch you in a bit. As soon as that sun went down, the temperature dropped. It's gone bitterly cold, so I got all the cold weather gear on. But it's not a bad night actually, considering we're meant to be having a storm. It's quite windy, but it's dry at the moment and no rain coming in. And I'm looking directly in front of me now, and there's almost a full moon there shining bright. So it's not a bad night at all, to be honest. So I'm going to get food on the go now. I made a big pot of curry this morning, so I brought a bag of that with me. Got a little boil in the bag rice and a naan bread. Oh, and not to forget, Northern Monk again. But this week I've got a can of Heathen, 7.2%. So it's not a bad shout, is it? Curry and a can of beer. I've bought Toby a fleece for our camping trips. He's got all the gear, sleeping bag, an airbed and a coat. But I've bought him a fleece. It covers his whole body and his legs. And I ordered it off that site, Temu. It took 2 weeks to get here. It got shipped from China. So I didn't know what to expect. But it's actually really good quality. And I only paid £20 for it. And some of these fleeces and coats, like rough wear, they're like £100 a go. So £20 a pretty good buy. I'll put a link up in the kit description for it. So I just took a little walk to get some 4G. I'm in a bit of a blind spot where I am, but just up on the hill I managed to get a bit of a signal. I wanted to check the forecast to see what the weather's doing, and I've just read that Storm Isha ends today and there's a new storm coming in tomorrow, Storm Jocelyn. Why they've started naming these storms, I'll never know. I much prefer the term shit Welsh weather, which is exactly what it is. But they reckon heavy rain's going to come in at 4 o'clock in the morning, and by midday tomorrow winds are going to pick up to 40 to 50 mile an hour. But it's that time of night now, and it's time for a wee dram, a little nightcap to warm the cockles. And tonight I've got this little miniature bottle of Judah Journey. Slight hints of peat in there, from the Isle of Judah in Scotland. And it's not a bad little tipple, to be honest. And I've also got a bit of cake, coffee and walnut cake. May as well pour all that in. That's nice. I've said it before and I'll say it again, you can't beat a nice bit of whiskey out camping on a cold night. The only problem with winter camping is long nights in a tent. It's only 9:30. If I could sleep 9 or 10 hours, it wouldn't be a problem, but I'm a 5 or 6 hour man, so it's a long old night. But anyway, Tobes is tucked up in his sleeping bag, I'm tucked up in mine. I may lay here till 10 o'clock now, and I might put my head on the pillow. I reckon I'll be able to drop off. I just hope I don't wake up in the early hours of the morning. Maybe I'll sleep right through, we'll see. So it's just coming up to 7 AM, the rain's coming down. It doesn't sound as bad as they'd forecast, but there's a good chance it's going to get worse now as time goes by. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish my coffee, start packing up everything inside the tent. I usually pack everything away neatly, stuff it all back into the stuff sacks, etc. But what I'm going to do this morning, I'm just going to stuff everything into the rucksack and I'll sort it out when I get in the house. And with the tent then, I'll just roll it up and I'll stuff it inside the rucksack on top and make a quick getaway, because no doubt once I'm outside there I'm going to get a good soak in. That's all the kit packed away. I just got to take the tent down now. Luckily it's in there first on this tent, so I shouldn't get too wet. I'll pack that away now and then I'll get outside to roll up the fly sheet and I can take off. I can't see me doing much filming when I leave in this rain, so I'll sign off now. I've had a good camp, it's been a good night. Thank you for watching the video. If you've enjoyed, please give it a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe if you want to see my next camping trip. Hopefully see you on the next one.